So I got this really big box arrive from HTVRont, and I've sort of unpacked it but not opened anything because everything in it was packed really nicely and firmly in like a black plastic. And surprise, surprise, it was a button making machine. So this is what it's going to look like, and I will pop it onto the desk over here. You can see there's all sorts of things in here as well. There's other things. So I'm going to put the camera on a holder and I will unpack the box and we'll see what's in it. Hi, I'm Sue and we're doing button making. So we're going to unbox the button pin maker. We're also going to demonstrate how to use the button machine, and very excited about it. It was a lot of fun. Tips I learned along the way, so I'll share them as we go through the video, and join me. So this is the button making machine from HTVRont. This one here does 58mm or 2.28 inch buttons. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Flip it over the other side and there's some instructions on the back. Basically it's flips around, you put a piece of the backing in, flip it around, flips it all together at some point, and you've got a button. So what I'm going to do is have a quick look what's in here, and then I'll stop the video and I'll do a design because obviously it needs a picture on it, and we'll do a button. Okay, so just open this up. Okay, so it opens up like that, not like I thought it might as a flip-up box. And this is the button maker. And it's got bits in here. Oh, there's a button. Oh, well, it looks very intricate, doesn't it? So we've got that. I'll slide it on the side so you can see it. It doesn't work obviously on the side, but we'll just pop it there so you can see it in the camera. And this is the type of buttons it's going to make by the looks. And there is a circle cutter included in the box. We could of course use our scan and cut, or this. We'll see how this works. And I've got some ideas for buttons that does include the scan and cut. Of course I have, hey. And then there's a big pack of backings, and it looks like it's got a little pin on it. I won't open them. I don't know if you can see in the packet, but there's a little pin, and this will clamp together somehow. Some have pins, some don't have pins. I don't know. We'll find out. Put that there. I don't know if that's still on camera. And then there's another pack like this, which I'm guessing is where you put the paper on for the button. So it ends up looking like that little button we had down here. What's these little packets, aren't they? It ends up like that. And we have some paper, already pre-cut paper. I don't know how you print on that. I guess you could draw or something if you wanted to. So if you didn't have a printer, they supply you with some paper that you could draw a picture and colour it in. That's an interesting concept, and I have no idea what that little washer does. It will obviously do something on the machine. And some plastic acetate front pieces to go on the front of the button. And what else is in the box? Some hex keys and some instructions. It's always handy to read the instructions. I usually read them after I've done something. I don't know about you, but that's that's often what I do. But that wasn't all that was in this big box. Just make some room. Put that on the floor for a minute. So I had 3 boxes of these to go with it. And I I thought, oh goodness. So inside the box is, would you believe, a whole heap more buttons. Lots and lots, and more paper and more fronts and more instructions. So I don't know how many buttons are in that. Can you see okay? Yeah. I don't know how many buttons are in that, but these ones have got a plastic backing. The other ones had a metal backing, so I've got two types. And that wasn't all. But wait, there's more. And there's more buttons. I think each of these boxes, yep. So this box here is just the same as that last box that I've just opened. And I needed to buy a bigger desk. And yet another packet. I think this is like the value pack that you can get on the HTVRont site. You can see they've got the clasps on there as well. So I've got 3 boxes of that, and there's more. I'll go the other side, might be easier. I have received some HTV transfer. That number, that code, they usually keep it with a code. Oh, look at this. Oh, isn't that pretty? That is a pretty, showing up nicely in the camera. That's so sparkly, isn't it? So that is HTV. We'll think of something to make with that. I've already got some ideas, as you might imagine. And there's instructions in there. I'll pop that back in the box off camera because that'll take me too long. And there's one more thing. So I recently did a sticker video with the iCraft cutting machine from HTVRont, and in it I used some crappy little stickers that I had because that was all I had, and I've got all this sticker paper, so I'll be able to make some more sticker videos. So I'll make some with the scan and cut, and also maybe even more with the iCraft cutter. So how about that? These come in matte and gloss. I know that. Everything's noisy to open. Sorry if that's loud on the camera. That's the wrong side. This is the right side. And this is gloss. It looks like a gloss one. Can you see it shining in the... Oh, that'd be so much nicer than the sticker paper I used in that video. Anyway, that's what's come. How exciting is this? What a huge, huge parcel. I'm very excited about the button machine. I have been looking at button machines probably for a year or so. And I thought, oh, do I want one? Do I need one? Because, you know, when you're a bit of a crafty person, you just like doing craft things. And I thought, oh, I don't really need one, surely. And then I kept thinking, yes, I do. I'll need to play with one. So I'll set that up shortly and we'll have a little play with that. I'll pack all this mess away and I'll be back. So I went off and created some button designs. These ones here I found on Creative Fabrica, which are really cute, aren't they? This one here I've sort of made up in Canva. I'm in Canva for this lot here. I've also used Affinity Designer to see how that went. These were just designs that I found in Creative Fabrica. This one I've made up in Canva. There's plenty of options in Canva. This is a little template you can make in. I've made this one up. I bought one and it was not quite right. So I made this one, and it is a really easy template to make. So we'll just duplicate that page, and I'm just going to wipe all those off. And what you do is you go to Elements, and you can see I've used it there, but you just search for these recently used, bring it over, adjust it down. So the design is about 7 centimeters or 70 millimeters. So adjust it down, see the 7 like that. Create one, position it, Control C, V, pull it along, V, pull it along, Control V. So easy. Control V, Control V. Control V is paste. So Control C is copy and Control V is paste. That's on a PC, or it'd be Command on a Mac. And I've just adjusted it so I can fit more in. We can just slide these around a little bit. They don't have to be perfect alignment, just as long as they're within your print area of your printer. Don't have them too close, it doesn't give you a lot of room to create it. And make another one there. And we've got lots there. Now to fill this up, you just need to go into probably elements and let's have a look. Kids, let's do a search on kids. See what comes up. Graphics, let's see graphics. Slot in like that. And you can adjust the size if you didn't want it quite like that. Make it bigger. You can upload your own designs. Well, this is how I did these ones. So easy. On there. That one there. That one there. Look how easy that is. You can make them bigger if you wanted to. Move this around a little bit so it's centered. Click away and you've got your shape. So those shapes, I'll just undo some of that. These shapes here usually are like a mask, so whatever shape that is, that's the mask it creates. And you just drag it with the handle to get the size and you're good to go. So that was really easy. I also used Affinity Designer to create some, and very similar, that you just put your circle the right shape and bring your design in. If you'd like a tutorial, make a comment down below and I'll try and do a tutorial for Affinity Designer. Not quite as quick and easy as Canva, which is really easy, but it's a great program, very powerful, does lots of things. So you can see, you'll see that these are some of the designs I used in the project. And I'll see you in the next bit. So I was up to about midnight playing with these buttons and I found out all sorts of things. So you can see I've cut some out and I've used the little cutter, and I'll show you that in a moment. And I also had a little go at using my cutting machine to see if that was a good choice, and we'll go through that. Look at them all. I just had so much fun creating. I couldn't hardly stop, so it was such a late night. These are the happy birthday that I created in Canva. They were so easy to make with the Canva design, with the Creative Fabrica design that I purchased from Creative Fabrica. I have a subscription, so it didn't cost me anything. I just downloaded. Also downloaded a lot of these backgrounds and the bunnies and camel. All those came from Creative Fabrica. I have a lot of fun with Creative Fabrica, and these buttons turned out really well. I did have a few little problems on the way. One of my problems, it was very easy to use, but one of my problems was actually aligning the pins so they were straight. Anyway, let's start at the beginning, and this is one of the printouts. I had trouble with my printer too. You can see lines in that one, so that anything with blue in had a bit of trouble. And this is the little cutter thing that you use. That there. So it comes apart. It came packaged up. It comes apart in two pieces. The little blade was tipped away so it doesn't break. And then you adjust it up to the edge. Comes with a spare blade. Also comes with a spare ring, like a washer, and you don't use that as well. So one of my tips is you only have one washer in at a time. That was one of my mistakes. I worked that out. Second one was I cut on that board first, and it's not good. Even though it is a cutting mat, it's spongy. And so I've got an old cutting board from my kitchen, and that was heaps better. So it needs to be a hard, firm plastic. Put your thumb in the middle and whiz it around until it's all cut through, and look at it go. Very lenient. These were just a smidgy small, and I've done a few adjustments with the design until I worked out it was 7 millimeters exactly that I needed. It's very forgiving. That'll be just fine. Those bits go under the badge, and you can see the blade got an angle on it, so that is the way you need to go around, is a clockwise design, and it works really well. And I did use a scan and cut, which did a pretty good job too. It was fiddlier, so it's all right, but it was fiddlier. And plus I used normal printer paper. So the first one I did with photo paper, and then I just used normal printer paper. So what you do is you pop one of the bottoms in, and then you put the paper and then the film, the acetate film on top, and then you pop one of these backings in. You need to put the backing so it's downwards, basically the opposite direction you think you should. The first one I did was wrong. Of course. Line it up. This is where I had a lot of trouble with actually lining it up. I seemed to get quite a few that were just a widgy bit crooked. Not a lot, just enough to be a bit annoying. I gave it 2 squeezes. It holds that bit that it's pressed up inside that mechanism, and then you do spin it around and you put the second part of the badge in. And there it is. It's made. And there's the pin on the back. And it's done a really good job. So I had a few slip-ups, and I'll go really fast through these while I tell you about the mistakes I made. One, I didn't press hard enough on the couple, and then it didn't quite do it. I had to press again. I rescued most of them, so that was good. I had the second washer in, and that wasn't good. We didn't work that out until a little bit later, so that was another problem. First designs were a little bit small. Didn't make a huge difference. It was good. They're all turning out really good, and you can see I made lots and lots, and I'm really happy. We fixed up some as well, some that I'd messed up. I managed to fix them. That was really good. All in all, I think I wasted 1 badge and the rest all fixed, and I wasted about maybe 2 or 3 plastic films, which was a bit of a nuisance, but never mind. Overall, I think it went really well. With Easter coming, I'm going to put some of these in our craft shop, our local craft shop. I think the kids will love them. And I had such a lot of fun. Anyway, that's my first look at the badge maker. If you're looking for designs in Creative Fabrica, look up button pin designs. Found that out. I looked up a few options. Make a comment below if you'd like to see more about how this button maker works. I'm looking at doing some magnets maybe with them, turning some of them into magnets and not badges for fridges and things. I just thought it was a lot of fun making them. Anyway, join me again next time for another video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!